Okay, so a little bit of background here. First off, Socotra, one of the crazier maps that we have. This is a map that introduces the potential for aggression almost immediately. Chemo Strike 777 is a Poles mainer. Only plays the Poles, at least over the last 2 months. Poles, regardless of the map. But ever since Socotra was introduced to the map pool last week, has been playing a lot of Socotra. Polish villagers heal up, which actually makes them great at vill rushing if you want to be that aggressive. You also do receive gold while you mine stone with this civilization, so healing up and having a bonus that takes you to stone normally means tower rushing. So Chemo Strike, familiar with this map, familiar with the civ, is over here in the yellow. And then in the blue, we have Repo 1988, and I looked at Repo's profile, and Repo has not played Socotra over the last 2 months. Plays a lot of Arabia, though. You could tell already that yellow's looking to lame, right? Like, player who plays this map all the time, probably looking to steal an elephant or something. Currently scouting around. And, oop, there's the elephant. Is Chemo Strike going to try and steal the elephant by chance? Now, this is very smart on this map. So, Chemo Strike is now going to take the elephant early. You only get one of them. And I say this a lot when I cast this map. Higher level players, we don't really... Majority of us, unless it's tournament, we don't really take resources from one another. We don't lame that much. There are exceptions, as yellow gets hit with the TC. But Socotra, the rules are... There's no rules. You know, like... it's the Wild West in terms of what you can do. And if you really want to be a lamer, if you really want to steal resources, wall in things to be annoying, this is your map. Unfortunately for yellow, yellow got too aggressive. And yellow forgot to make villagers for a bit there. Actually, 30 seconds of TC idle time. Now, we're at the upper end of high elo. I said hupper to combine higher end of upper. 970 elo. I mean, this is pretty wild stuff. And blue, blue dodges. Does also take some damage, though, but has more HP than yellow does. Smart move, smart move. I think a lot of players would run directly into that TC, but paid attention. And is now coming home. So, interesting. Yellow brought in the elephant right away. And now yellow with 10 villagers, the only 10 villagers that are out there, is going to go all over to the zebra. Now, the thing that I like about yellow's approach is yellow's really prioritizing food. But yellow just went to make a lumber camp, I'm sure of it. I think yellow just clicked over to the trees and they realized, oh, I can't actually make a lumber camp because I made houses and I made the full work already. It does have to go to the straggler trees right now. Blue also hasn't made a lumber camp, which is questionable. I think with Persians, you start with so much wood. You really should have a lumber camp at this stage, but again, they're low elo. Blue is happy to just chill out and take the straggler trees for now, and there's the lumber camp. My cutoff is 1,000 and below for low elo legends. However, that started when the game first came out, and 1,000 elo is so much more competitive than it was in the past. You can already tell from even just the scout activity how solid these players are. But I think blue is in the better position in the long run. Having the berries already coming in. Could always place another mill over here on the zebra, which I'd like to see. Players are very close together. Man, this idle time from yellow's insane, though. At least compared to his opponent. Now placing the lumber camp. I'm wondering if yellow wants to rush fast feudal. You know, yellow does seem like the type of player that could get enough wins from early boar steals or something, right? So, you know, maybe just a bit unlucky or just wasn't able to get the damage in that Chemo Strike is accustomed to getting. For blue, blue is 20 villagers versus 16 just because of proper vill producing. And should be close here. When this goat finishes, should be close to having the food to click up to feudal. I think if you were to drop off the food here and then have these berry villagers drop off, you'd be fine. And yeah, look at that, man. Repo 1988 playing very clean. You can see the Arabia experience here for Repo. And then you can see the Socotra experience for Chemo Strike. Yeah, Okay, never mind. 2 more villagers. I thought we were going to see the feudal age click. Hey, it's also very possible that yellow has a population that they're used to going up to feudal age on, right? Like 21 population is fairly standard stuff. So maybe yellow's not thinking I can rush feudal age here based on the food income that could be there. Just struggled with the efficiency and is still going to go up at the same population, but obviously a later time than what's normally achievable. Okay. So what will blue do? If I'm an Arabia player and I play Persians, I would go scouts. That's what I would do. You're going to have blue with the barracks there. Very well timed on that. Blue coming in with a scout to see what the opponent's up to. Wow, sees it. Yeah, these guys are so good. But don't attack. No, Batman. No. Don't attack. No. Repo, stop it. Got too excited there. In feudal age, you could take that fight. But you have a weak scout now. Villagers with loom will always beat a dark age scout. And the scout wasn't full HP in the first place. Yellow's now completely out of goats and is going to make full work number 2. Right there on those berries. And what's the plan here for blue? Makes it to feudal age. Oh, is going to drop a tower. So this is going very differently than what I expected. I thought we would see a tower rush from the poles. I don't know. Yellow's just not really having the best time. Like, yellow's making militia. But yellow can only afford 2 militia because yellow didn't go to gold or stone or anything. This is a great opening from blue. So far today, we have had 2 games prior to this, and the games were absolute stomps. And from what I'm seeing with this tower and lovely play from blue to wall it up, this one might be a stomp as well. Yellow has no clue what to do with this. And yellow says, ha-ha! I'll make my own tower. That's actually the play, though. That's really smart. Now, if blue were to garrison this tower, yellow could lose villagers, so there's the garrison. Okay, villager is probably going to die because she seems to be going to build this. Yeah, okay, so villager goes down. But now tower could shoot down tower in theory. Now, I mean, the eco should end up being much worse here for yellow. Didn't get any eco upgrades either, like the wood or farm upgrade, and it's going to get the farm upgrade now. And actually, that's good stuff from yellow. Yellow says, I need food eco now. Let's make sure that if we build these farms, we have our farm upgrade because we're poles. It's obviously very important to pay attention to. But now yellow is on stone for the potential of more towers. We don't have any scouts yet for blue, but I think blue's thinking about it. I think blue's going to try and repair this tower now. And, oh, whoa. Oh, God. Oh, this could be so good or so bad. Guys, those villagers are going to be trapped in there. Oh, no. Repo. Please tell me you know they're there. So they stack on top of each other. And you can actually repair them. That's 5 vills. It looks like 1. You can actually repair in that position. But okay, now your villagers are just stacked. And one of them's died. Oh, God. Repo, run away. Okay, Repo realizes, and now the villagers run away. Whew, that could have been worse. Well, great job from yellow to realize that the berries are not a position you wanted to give up. And now the poles start to look a little more terrifying, right? Because as that stone count comes in, the gold count will rise. And in a messy game, sometimes players will fall back into needing a market. So if this becomes a long feudal age, which I think it will be, I could see yellow having like 1,000 gold at some stage. And even if yellow's behind, yellow could just buy the food to maybe get castle age, excuse me. But I don't know, at the same time, blue is just playing textbook Age of Empires over here. Also, the scout died for yellow. Yeah, this is textbook. Wood upgrade, farm upgrade, adding farms. Double lumber camp. I mean, everything about blue's play says experienced player who knows what's what. Yellow just looks like a crazy person, right? And like crazy in a good way, per Socotra standards. And crazy can always work out. There's only 2 men-at-arms there, no spearmen. Yellow does not know that the opponent has a stable, but is getting fletching right now. Blue might end up seeing this. Blue does see this tower through the palisades, I guess. But the tower is not an issue yet, so yellow's going to make this one. Blue probably thinking about looping over to yellow's base. But sometimes in these positions, player in blue's on blue's side of things will always try and address the towers instead of counterattacking. Now I'm going to tell you what you do in blue's position, okay? Blue's already been on stone. Soon blue will have enough stone for 2 towers. You just cut it off, right? He's advancing in. You just go boop, and you drop your own tower here. Or, of course, you could try and snipe the villagers, but these are Polish villagers. Let's see. Armor's in for the scouts. Will yellow react? Men-at-arms are nowhere to be found to protect these villagers. And so yellow fights it off. Loses 4th villager in the game. But the tower fire's there, and there's a lot of men-at-arms, and suddenly... I don't know if blue's army's going to do much. This is the type of play that can work. 28 villagers versus 38. Again, if you're blue, you preemptively tower to stop this from getting any worse. But now the men-at-arms are here, and now these villagers are in harm's way. And there goes blue with a tower there. Good job from blue, though. Almost lost those villagers. And still could, I guess. Yellow now makes another tower. So I told you this is going to be crazy. Now blue has to make a whole nother group of scouts. These types of rushes really put you under pressure. And again, had there been a preemptive tower and then an immediate counterattack, obviously yellows gets completely screwed. Like those 4 scouts would have killed so many villagers. But that's a really hard thing to learn in our game. Is like defend with walls or a tower and then counterattack. That's not something that a lot of low elo players are used to doing. But I'm curious to see how crazy yellow makes this. Because again, yellow's played Socotra all the time over the last week. Blue hasn't played Socotra at all over the last month. This tower, both towers have fletching actually, and now blue is going to run over. But you can see how blue is like, oh my god, what do I do? There's a line of towers. How do I address this? Seeing there's still villagers very exposed. Now, if you're in yellow's position and you're worried about a counterattack, a wall in towards your line of towers would be epic. Also, walls here would be really smart. Villagers will have to play the repair game. And yellow seems to be doing that right now. Resources for yellow looking pretty good. Blue tried this before with 4 scouts. And blue sees the repair villager and wants to kill the repair villager. And will end up killing the repair villager. Man-at-arms, though, defending the towers yet again. That's more scouts going down. And the position holds for yellow for now. This is crazy. And now another villager hops out and repairs. Yeah, that villager can't be hit by the enemy tower. If the towers were 1 tile closer, it would be possible. Yellow could also, like what some people will do, I like how many spearmen yellow has just in case there's a counter. See, that's the thing. It's like the timing has to be so good. Because now if you counterattack, it doesn't work. I bet you blue tries to counterattack now. Not wanting to make the same mistake 3 times. The scouts clear up the man-at-arms that were attacking the stable there. But yeah, some players in yellow's position will just go up to make a market, buy some food, and try and go up to Castle Age. Hey, full credit to blue, though. Blue's resources aren't looking horrible. And blue might end up pushing this tower back. But man, it's just been so annoying. And yellow only plays the poles. And I think the poles are the best civilization on this map. I almost made it top 16 in a Socotra event. So I can probably be trusted on this. Not that you guys wouldn't trust me on other things, but I at least have been able to execute a pretty high level on this map. Scouts come in for a counterattack. Again, blue's like, I have to do something, and yellow's villager does go down. But so does the army. And for blue, the gold has been over here for a while now. Just now transferring over to the gold. Would take that gold to maybe make it to the next stage. This map is oftentimes about who makes it to the next stage faster than the other one. It could be castle drops, it could be knights, it could be siege. But the repair game continues here for yellow. Great job. Blue, that might have been intentional as well, just to bait the tower fire for a little bit. But blue needs to repair the tower. And blue could probably use a market here as well. Oh, no, has a market. Okay, so actually, Blue has the buildings. What blue could do is sell some of that wood and just go up to Castle Age. It's so important for these guys to get Castle Age right now. Dang, what a game. Blue also fighting off the spearmen with the scouts that have upgrades. That's actually okay because of you having upgrades. And the fact that spearmen's obviously not attacking your scouts. Okay, blue sells the resources, cancels vills, clicks up to castle. What about yellow? Yellow, you also have the buildings. Thinking about it. Seems really worried about the scouts. Ooh, wait. Blue could shoot this tower down. Yellow has a lot of work to do right now. So yellow has to go to the tower, repair the tower. Okay, more house walls from yellow. Still really think the castle could be important. The wood upgrade now for yellow. Also could maybe use a new lumber camp at some stage. But blue saving up some stone. Now where this gets funky is blue will not have enough stone to mine to get a castle. So blue would actually have to buy about 200 stone, I think. Which won't be cheap to get the castle. But if you can get it, you then want to drop the castle probably here. You don't want to be too bold with it if you don't have army to protect it. But a castle there would mean you shoot down most of these towers and get access to your resources. Spearmen run in here. Again, a very good game here. Yellow probably has clicked up to Castle Age now. Yep, yellow will click up to Castle Age. But, like, yellow's a player who hasn't been as precise with the economy. But the polls kind of bail you out. And some nice map control right now for yellow. Castle Age on the way. You can tell blue wants to drop a castle. Okay, but where? Wait. This, no. Is this a TC? What is this? Okay, Bodcanero. I was out of stone. So these villagers, I think, might have been looking for more stone. Blue's desperate for stone. But has 470, so could buy 200. Is getting light calf. Oh, boy. Okay, now they're going to just chop wood. Blue's like, I need stone. Meanwhile, the clock's ticking, guys. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Villager on the farm goes down. Villager on the farm goes down. I'll talk about that later. I've got a tip for you, but I'll talk about it now, actually. So if you ever get towered on your farm, on any farm space, delete the farms that are underneath the towers. Because when a farm finishes, the farmers around, they're going to go to the vacant farm. So the villagers for blue are just going to keep walking to those farms every time they finish a farm. Oh, but the counterattack from blue. The counterattack from blue. The light cav with good upgrades come in here. Ah! Okay, they've killed one vill. Blue now sees the spears and will run away. Guys, yellow also has enough stone to drop a castle here. We have a monastery for Repo. Repo, you've got to use the market. And also, the stone isn't there because he repaired the tower. So now he has to buy 300 stone. And yellow's dropping a castle. Does blue see that? And now blue sells everything. Okay, now blue's going to drop a castle. You could tell blue's... Okay, he has to decide on where he places it. And now the light cav are starting to die. Oh! Send everything! I love the panic there from blue, but honestly, the timing on it, I don't want to say it was perfect, but upon seeing yellow is dropping a castle, it was such a good decision to just sell what you could and drop your own. Okay, so yellow will still lose a lot of towers. Also, this army cannot get anywhere near the castle fire, so that's a bad move for yellow. Both players are going to make mistakes because of this, believe me. There's no way you can play perfect when there's castles like this. I do prefer yellow's position in terms of resource control because the stone and the gold can be taken over here. Blue can take this gold, though. I guess, unfortunately, this tower hasn't been shot down yet. And I say yet because maybe that will be the case. Blue's town center will eventually get shot down. Blue has 59 eco, though, guys. 59 eco versus 35. Only on Socotra. Socotra is a lot about map control. And if this was Arabia, blue would have probably dominated this game a long time ago. But there's a lot of pressure on this map. And a lot of in-your-face action as we now see murder holes for blue. I guess blue could have, made a knight or, attacked with the vills here. But just as murder holes might be the safe play anyways. And, well, once Murder Holes is in, all the army there for yellow will go down. But yellow does have the old book here. And honestly, that's a really tricky unit to defend against right now. We're going to have archer ranges here for blue. That would be the play. If your opponent's got infantry, you're definitely going to want archers. Blue also is able to snag this relic, which helps with gold control. I'm also curious. Oh, wait. Oh, interesting. So because of Bodcanero being in, this castle is slowly shooting down yellow's castle, which I didn't really think would be a factor, but 800 HP was already lost. Both players could consider siege. There's blue making a siege workshop. You can see the panic. All right. Yellow, I think, wants to shoot down the TC and then run in with army. Also has a second TC now to make villagers. Spearmen at home to defend from any light cav raids. Makes sense. We now have thumb ring. We now have crossbowmen for blue. We'll see if we have something like rams. Commanderon's probably too expensive here, but yeah, if you were to get that, that'd be really nice for blue because then you can produce crossbows that only cost wood. But yeah, I think that upgrade's too expensive. But still think blue's got the right idea. Make rams with your wood and gold. Now, we'll probably lose the rams, but still it's some damage against the castle you're already shooting down. And if you use the rams on this side, when yellow pops out, the castle fire is going to hit yellow's units. So you do not want to ram without the protection of your own castle. I don't know what's going on with yellow's castle, by the way, because these villagers should be tasked first. I think yellow's actually right-clicking the castle to do some of these tasks, which is why it's not automatically hitting some of the vills. And oh boy, I just realized yellow has enough stone for another castle. Okay, now the tower goes down, now the farmers go down. Okay, yellow's going to drop another one in the same spot. And now blue is coming in with the rams. There's the castle. So you can ram down one castle. You can shoot down one with your own castle. But can you do to two? The old book pop out immediately. And those rams don't even get a single hit. Now some of the old book get hit. Oh, wait. No, the old book are going to dive now. Yeah, the ram will go down to the castle fire. And blue needs to defend from this somehow. Also, arson was researched by yellow. So he's taking out buildings faster with his infantry. Guys, blue needs crossbowmen over here, and here come the crossbowmen. What a game! What a game this is. 85 population versus 67, but yellow's map control is brutal right now. Also, very smart walling from yellow on the left. All right, there's one thing yellow needs to consider now. Upon seeing blue has the crossbows, and that would be the next age. That's the play. You're very close to this. Elite skirmisher, I can understand the thought. But imp. That's what the clowns always do. Is that you'll have the eco lead against them. They'll even make the army against their push. But they'll just hold the position. And then they will go up to the Imperial Age and treb you down. And 900 elo. I mean, it's close to 1,000. This is awesome. Elite skirmisher. Okay, wait a second. Now blue is sold like everything in existence for golds. Oh my goodness. I can't help but feel like though, so like blue's issue in this game has been a bit of tunnel vision. And it's something that probably just comes down to the fact that blue doesn't play maps that are this stressful that frequently. But like if this crossbow army and the light cav were to attack a house and break through, then suddenly yellow's going to need something more, and yellow's going to have to react. So maybe now blue's going to try it, but I'm not even certain on that. Like, sure, yellow's done the right thing to wall, and I'm sure blue won't be happy to see the stone walls. But yellow doesn't really have anything, as he just continues to make old book here. Yellow doesn't really have anything to stop crossbowmen right now. So yeah, just like use your army and attack the house. Force some type of decision from your opponent. And you might think, well, T90, he might have siege then. Well, yeah, force him to make siege, you know? Don't just let him sit back and just benefit from all of his control. If you've got this army you've invested into. And here comes the siege from blue. Now, blue's castle is going to be shot down. It's double castle with units inside, so tons of arrows going after blue's castle. Blue might feel like they're kind of on the clock here, as we now have Socotra privilege coming in for yellow. Now, I don't think there's a hole here for yellow, at least not in this area. Blue's going to be in, though, guys. Yellow's got nothing to defend from this. Skirmisher will not cut it. Not if there's siege there. Here come the crossbowmen. The spearmen will probably be clicked after the siege. We know how that's going to go. Blue continues to push in. The Olbuk are now moving in. Murder Holes is in, though. Yellow. Yellow's feeling the desperation. Murder Holes is in. I guess at the same time, Arson is also in. So they do a lot of damage to buildings, but that's a lot of army. Yellow is a crazy player, man, and Blue's villagers are here to repair. There's not a lot of stone left for Blue to repair, but Blue should probably repair with what's left. The crossbowmen are mopping up the Olbuk. Okay, the repair villager's gone, and the castle's going to be gone. Meanwhile, the siege for Blue could go down. And Yellow's going to back away to the castle now. And Yellow has no siege to deal with now. Now, did Blue get Commander on, guys? I don't think he did, right? I don't think he did. Imp could actually happen for Blue, but Blue now doesn't have a castle. Blue has very little access to gold. Feels like Yellow could easily raid this with knights or something. Oh, God, that's so many crossbows. Yellow with no reaction, but Yellow's making army, so I imagine Yellow will deal with this. Knights don't cost much gold for the poles after Socotra privilege. Yellow has full armor on the skirm, so the skirm should actually tank a decent amount of shots here, and I think Yellow will be able to deal with this now. And, I mean, it'll be close. But I think there's no way, if these skirms have full armor, there's no way the crossbows can ever kill them. And this could be the end of the game. Again, it's experience on the sloppy, messy maps against a player who prefers distance between the two. Blue will look back here and see there's no crossbowman in a moment. Blue also sees this. I mean, sure, Yellow's losing units, but Yellow can always produce more of them. Yellow has the momentum in the game. The Olbuk are actually shredding the TC as well. This is the Persian town center, man. Like, what? These things have insane pierce armor, by the way. They have 6 pierce armor in Imp, which is wild for civilization that's already quite strong. But it's not Imp, obviously. It's 4 pierce armor right now. I thought the TC fire would do a little bit more, which is why I touched on their stats. I think Yellow's going to take this game. I think Yellow has taken this game. I just don't know how Blue comes back from this. Blue is constricted. Blue is stuck. Blue is probably thinking more about why they didn't ban this map than anything right now. Blue played so well in this game, but the pressure of the poles, the towers, the villagers, the Olbuk, and then the unique text. Like, Yellow very clearly understands his civilization. Again, Yellow's only played as the poles. You think that's good pierce armor? For a unit that's as cheap as it is, with a civilization that has eco that good and has unique text and cavalry that good, yes. And the fact that it's very good against melee units, it's supposed to be good against melee, I think 6 pierce armor is very high. For example, a samurai and Japanese kind of had good Dark Age eco, but apart from that, unless it's a water map, their eco's not that good. Samurai, I think, has 4. Or it might be 5, actually, for a fully upgraded samurai. Imp is on the way for Blue? What? Man, if Blue would have squeaked out the Commander on upgrade, though, it might have saved him a little bit. What are you doing, Imp? The skirms will take care of all your crossbows right now, so you need something else. Blue's now queuing light cap. Also, I can't help but feel like Blue's 2 relics might end up being a game changer here. Yellow really hates the idea of the Imperial Age, apparently. Crossbows and light cav will eventually deal with the skirms. And Imp could be coming in for Yellow, and now Yellow's on the way to the Imperial Age as well. So let's look at the resources collected this game. Blue has still collected so much more. But Yellow has the potential to collect more if the game continues on. More ranges, eventually more stables for Yellow. Also, the units for Yellow are not as expensive, right? Like the Olbuk is... Can someone remind me how much gold an Olbuk costs? You have that, and then you have the fact that the knights cost, like, ridiculously low amounts of gold because of the Sláinte upgrade. I don't know. It still feels like there's a world. If blue were to have these stables right now, it feels like there's a world with blue having good upgrades on the light cap and that much food that blue could just raid yellow's farming eco to death. The TC doesn't really protect from the raids that much. We do have Blast Furnace right now. And we do have more and more light cap on the way. So again, that possibility's there. Blue really doesn't want to quit right now. Blue also has a lot of wood to maybe sell. And blue has consistently had the higher population. As we see capped ram now. It's going to be almost impossible, though, to take out 2 castles if there's Obuk there. So you would have to do it if there was no army from the opponent. Why aren't we seeing Elephants T90? Well, he doesn't have a castle. And they're also really expensive. Okay. Now, Knights are going to be better than Light Cap. But the Crossbowmen also can contribute for now. We'll have to see. Yellow is doing the correct thing to just be patient. I think you just wait for the Cavalier upgrade. And wait for blue to dive in and do critical amounts of damage. And when blue tries that, then you should be able to try and push it back. Obviously, Trebs would do wonders here to treb down what's left of blue's economy as well. I don't even think that has to be priority. I think you just get Cavalier. And with that number of Knights, soon to be Cavalier, I think you win this game. Blue is slowly starting to build up the light cav. Blue's also slowly starting to build up the Rams. But yellow has now surpassed blue in population. I did notice that blue got crop rotation. Blue seems to think this game is going to go on for a while. Blue is a big eco player. Loves the eco upgrades. Yellow, ding, 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 ding. Yellow's a crazy aggressive player. And goes right in for that TC. Says, nom, 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 nom. And now blue's here raiding. Yellow has to react to that. Should be able to deal with that no problem, as we know. The KD looks good for blue because yellow continues to dive underneath Persian town centers and castles. My guess is yellow does this against any civilization. It isn't quite used to the Persians being as strong as they are, but again, all but kill crossbow because they've got decent enough pierce armor for their stats. Cavalier clear it up, guys. Blue's got basically nothing. Like, blue does have the TC now. But Cavalier will dominate blue. I'm hoping we see a GG here, but I know that GGs don't always come in these days, and I feel like this is definitely one where blue is not going to be too happy. Wow, what a game. Well, I can empathize a little bit with blue because I faced up against one-trick ponies before with poles, and I've seen it on Socotra as well. I think that the aggression and just the ability for poles to play this map is just so much greater than the Persians. Now, there's some lessons to be learned here possibly. And I touched on it in Feudal Age. Going to stone when you're getting tower rushed is the play, and you want to zone your opponent off a bit. Blue could have maybe done that a little bit faster. But again, the key with that, I think, as well, is counterattacking because they don't have military. Yellow eventually got Spearmen to defend from scouts, but didn't have it originally. And so I think the opportunity was there for Repo, if Repo ever rewatches this, to get a counterattack in. But again, it's really tough because this is... It's so easy to say when you're casting, but it's so hard to know that stuff in the moment. And when you get pressured like that, you might easily regret not having your army to defend your base as well. So it's hard to know in the moment whether you should counterattack or not. Despite losing, I think blue played very well, honestly. Like, I think blue is... If Socotra doesn't exist, blue wins that game, no problem. It's just you're so close together, and castle dropping and tower dropping can have such a long-term effect with zoning off resources. And, you know, again, I think yellow... The player who just prefers this type of map, prefers this type of game. Not everybody likes this type of game, but some people do. I looked at Yellow's profile, and it feels like every game is on Socotra. There's the KD for you in that game. Blue still had the better KD. Blue even collected 8,000 more resources. It's got to be a satisfying win for Yellow to see that the opponents collected more resources, but did collect more food, collected a similar amount of gold, and then also had the 2K stone collected there for yellow. So that's what it's really all about. The name end of the day. I'm always curious on what it says the APM is like for these players as well. It doesn't look like it was too different between them, but for those that like to see that, you've got that as well. Okay, so the colors are different because I had team colors, so forgive me there. But I had said that Repo just, rage quit basically and didn't GG. But after the game, Repo says GG, Chemo Strike says GG, Repo says, you very good player, and Chemo Strike says thanks. Hey, there we go. I like that stuff. That's the second time today we've seen a player lose, show all the respect towards the opponent. See, this is a player in Repo that instead of just being like, oh, the freaking pulls, oh, the freaking all, this is a player who gives it enough respect towards the opponent's play, and I think can learn from the game with that mindset. Right? You can say, okay, they played very well. They beat me, fair and square. Then you can also say, oh, what can I do differently next time? What can I improve on, and how can I become a better player in these types of positions? Good stuff.